guys, so I've been getting a lot of DMs on my Instagram. Even a lot of you guys are commenting, asking me to do another one of these videos. And I noticed that a lot of people were actually about to get ready to go into surgery, or they're right out of surgery. So this one is gonna be what I had to eat post-op, like from the beginning of surgery, because I think that if you guys are listening to what I'm eating right now, it's gonna be so confusing because I had surgery in 2020 and it's about to be 2023, meaning I'm about to get ready to go on my 2-year mark. And what I eat right now is nothing compared to what I was able to eat when I first was getting ready for surgery and first coming out of surgery. It's just like my normal life at this point. So nothing feels weird, nothing feels different. It's just I can eat what I want to eat now, but I still just eat in proportions. I'll never be able to finish a full plate of food like the normal person or like other people. And at this point where I am, when I see my boyfriend gets his plate and it's packed with food, I'm like, darn, I used to could eat a full plate like that, like a man's plate. And it's like, I'm so happy that I can't eat like that anymore. I look at it 2 years now in, if I still had my my post BBL body, I would have been just like, I mean, I feel like at this point it wouldn't have even been just super thick. It's just like fat. I just, you know, I'm just gonna call it what it is, and for me. So, and it was something I wasn't okay with. So yeah, I'm just really happy about that. But going into my notes, it brings back so many memories. Like, man, this was a very difficult time. And even though it may feel like how long am I gonna have to go through this? This is never gonna end. I'm never gonna eat again. Like, I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, it's crazy how when time goes by, you forget the struggle sometimes. You forget how it took patience to get to this day. So it's just like, I like making this video for you guys because it's helping me remember, like, look at where you are right now. Because when I was going into surgery and they first put me on a liquid diet, it felt real, but it didn't feel real. And I had to blend a lot of my food. So I had to make like different soups blended in my blender. Yeah, that was, again, before surgery, my diet, and they call that the liquid diet. And once I went in, I got weighed again. And they told us that night, once we did our weigh-in, our check-in, etc. for our doctor, got our time for surgery, excited, they said, okay, so you guys get to go eat. But when you guys go eat, you're still on nothing but a clear diet. And we're like, what's a clear diet? They're like, so order like a broth soup, chicken soup or something like that, but you can't eat any of the vegetables or the meat in it. You can only drink the liquid. And it's like, oh my God, even the day before surgery, we still can't enjoy like a last meal. You know how like it's like that last supper? So it's like before I went and had lipo or something like that, I'm just eating how I wanted to eat. Cause I'm like, oh, whatever, they about to get ready to suck all this out my stomach. And it's like with this surgery, you being told like a week before surgery, you can't have any food. And now even the night before surgery, I still can't eat. I still can't have like that last burger, that last steak, no. They need your stomach to be just as empty as possible. So that was also just another thing. It was just like, whoa, this is really serious. Like, okay, this is really about to happen. So I couldn't eat any food, but it was okay because I had so many other people who were there for surgery as well. And everybody was just kind of laughing and talking about it, and how we were saying how real this is. We actually had 2 other people within that same group that I was in that had already had the surgery. So I was seeing them, and I saw like you guys still look normal, y'all eating normal, and you know, it still was in proportions, but until you go through it yourself, you have no idea what this experience is. So, you know, y'all watching this, I'm happy that I can help you try to understand it more or be prepared more, but you're never gonna know until you have to really go through this moment and experience this moment. So the day right after, or was it, I think it was the day of, once I went back to my recovery house, I ate nothing but ice. The next day, I believe that I just did a lot of walking. I know we went to go get the prescriptions that I needed. When it came to my pain medications, I still could not swallow anything whole. Like, it just, I had tried, and when it was time for me to first take it, I swallowed that pill. That was the first whole thing I had in my mouth. And you can feel it going down the entire time until it actually dissolves. A little pill felt like that going down when I swallowed it. It literally felt like I had swallowed an orange whole. And it didn't go down fast. It went down at the slowest pace that I could think about or imagine. To the point to where I was like, I don't care how much pain I'm in, I don't care how much discomfort I'm in, I'm not taking another one of these. But I noticed that the capsule was one that opened. So my suggestion to you is, if you feel like you cannot take your pain pill, just smash it or open it, whatever the case may be, so that you can get it down as easy as possible if you're coming right out of surgery, because that was one thing that I could not manage it. And if you can't, that's one way you can. So yeah, that's how I started taking my medication. Now I have 3 to 7, and 3 to 7 is the full liquid diet. So a full liquid diet, I was able to now move on to like chicken broth, beef broth, so anything that still didn't have any type of meats or anything in it, or vegetables, but as long as it was in a soup-like form, that's what I was able to eat. So phase 3 is 8 to 14, which is a smoothie liquid diet. So that's common sense on what that is, smoothies. So I took advantage of that as much as possible. Now, I'm gonna say this to you guys. If your body starts rejecting any of these stages, do not force it. Allow your body to tell you what your body needs. Because I realized that throughout my journey, when I was supposed to be on certain phases or certain steps, my body was rejecting a lot of things. And at first I kept trying, but then I just realized, let me just listen to my body and just do what my body says and what it wants. Because at the end of the day, I'm not about to I was throwing up when I was trying to move to certain stages. I was feeling so uncomfortable. Then I realized my stomach was kind of hurting more. I was going through more pain trying to force myself to move to another stage that clearly I wasn't ready for, even though it was on all my notes and the doctor said move to this stage and they said do this. I mean, I can't do something that my body is rejecting or my body's not ready for. So if you're moving on to like any of these stages, if your body is not ready or prepared, take your time and just continue on the phase that you're already on, and then maybe wait a day or two, or however long it takes, like, to then move to that next step. Because if you're not ready, you're just not ready, and it makes no sense to force it. So then we have 15 to 22, which is a puree diet. Now that one is the one to where if you had a pre-op diet, now you're able to bring that same pre-op diet into 15 to 22 phase 4. With that stage, I was able to eat like applesauce. I also was eating like yogurt and things, so you'll be able to kind of test it. So now you get excited because we have phase 5, which is 23 to 40. And that is where you can start with your soft foods. soft foods was, I think, like certain fish, certain like vegetables and things like that. And yep, my body was like, nope. As excited as I was, as happy as I was for this phase, it was like, nope, nope, not happening. I remember I went to my friend's house. They cooked some food that I really, really enjoyed. And I was like, oh my God, it smells so good. I can finally eat some food. And I'm telling y'all, I took 2 bites and went to the bathroom, and I felt like I was in there, I mean, getting rid of my entire human being. It was just not giving at all. I couldn't keep nothing down. It was just like, at that point, I was getting rid of water I had drunk. I was getting rid of just everything. It was just like, oh my God, are you serious right now? And I'm just looking at it like, it said I could eat this, said I could eat that. And it was, yeah, my body was just like, nope, not today, you're not ready. So I was still on my puree diet when I was supposed to be on my soft food diet. Every other day, I would still take it a step at a time. I would slowly try to eat like a little bite, and it's like, okay, my stomach's kind of getting used to this. I'm talking about 1 bite, literally. And I was just like, this is not even a full bite, it's 1. But I needed to get food down, so that's how come I just stuck with the puree diet as well, because I knew I needed to have some type of something in my system. It wasn't gonna be okay for me to not eat anything. Like I said, take your time. We're moving to these next steps, and everything is gonna work out perfect. The next phase was phase 6, and this was week 6, and that's when I was able to go to regular food and start working out. I think that's also when I was told I'll be able to like go back into like waist training or files or anything like that if I wanted to. I did not start working out until I was actually maybe almost like a year post-op. I think I talked about this before. I think it's just, I got to the point to where I was loving like just my weight loss journey. I was enjoying, you know, seeing my transformation. So I myself wasn't big on trying to work out, tone, or do anything like that, but I did say this before, and I'm gonna say it now. Whenever your doctor say you should start toning and working out and things like that, do it, because you'll tend to lose more weight than you are wanting to lose if you're not building that muscle or if you don't start your protein. So you definitely want to really try to at least do some home workouts and take your protein, because again, like I said, I was also stressed during my when I was kind of post-op surgery. So due to my stress and me not toning and me not really doing my taking in my protein like I should have at first, I lost more weight than I think I would have lost. I'll never know, because at the end of the day, I don't know if that was just a part of the journey or if I added to it. But when I started back going heavy on my protein and I started toning, that's when I was able to pick up my weight and maintain it. So yeah, when it comes to that, I definitely suggest that you listen and you do it the best way you can. Don't, you know, kill yourself trying to do something that you're not prepared to do. With the regular food, I did not have any real sugar at the time, and I had an episode actually where I had to get rushed to the emergency room because it got to a point to where I did not like the taste of the sugars that I was trying to substitute for. It just got to a point to where I just didn't like the flavor. It was changing the flavor of my foods after a period of time. So I realized I wasn't eating any sugar at all. And I didn't know that we still need some type of sugar in our body. And I was in the restroom one day. Thank God somebody was there with me. And it just felt like everything just got dizzy. And I'm talking about, this was a moment just out the blue. Everything was so dizzy around me. I couldn't stand. I couldn't walk. I felt like I could barely talk. Like I just felt myself leaning over. And when we went there, they told me that my sugar levels were way too low. And so they had to give me something to take, and that's when the doctor explained to me, you know, because they asked if you had previous surgeries, da da da. And when I told them what I had, they were like, especially because you had this surgery and your diet has changed, you have to make sure to keep certain things in your diet or this will happen again because you already can barely eat. So, yeah, so I was still kind of feeling like that within, like, you know, a couple weeks to go by. I would still feel a little dizziness at times, so I would just drink a Coke. I also never ate chocolate. I did not like the way chocolate tastes. I literally never ate it. Chocolate is not something that I like, but my friend brought me some chocolate to eat, and I was like, I don't eat that. And then, of course, my doctor was like, I'm supposed to eat dark chocolate. I'm not a dark chocolate person. So again, I'm not about to force myself to really eat a lot of stuff that I don't really like. If I'm gonna eat it, I'm just gonna eat what I like at this point. So I just started back, you know, telling myself, let me not put myself on this weird diet where I'm only eating certain things that I know I'm really not liking and I'm really not enjoying it. And I just went back to my normal lifestyle. Like if I'm able to eat regular foods, I'm gonna eat what I regularly eat, because I didn't have the surgery to change my diet. I had the surgery to lose the weight that I didn't want, to lose my BBL that I didn't want. So I just felt like as long as I still wasn't eating like just heavy meals, because I couldn't, I'm just gonna eat what I normally eat. So if I wanted to, at this point, have a bag of chips, I ate a bag of chips. If I wanted a Coke, I had a Coke. If I wanted to eat some type of candy, well, I ate it because I wanted to feel normal. I wanted to be I'm a normal human being. So I didn't want to make myself feel like I can't be myself. I can't be who I am anymore. And you know, I never had any issues after that. I never had any problems. I literally began cooking again. I would season my food how I want to season it, cook what I wanted to cook, ate how much my body told me I can eat. I never overate. I still don't overeat to this day. And I had leftovers. Even right now, I cook, I still eat regular foods, and I still just go with the pace of how much my body can eat. So that's the main important thing when you get to the point to where you can eat regular foods again. I say, I literally couldn't wait to go get a burger. And even when I went to get that burger, I probably had one itty bitty bite. One bite. And I was full, but guess what? That bite tasted so good. And I was so happy that I just felt like I don't care how much I can eat. Somebody else was looking at me and they like, you full off that one bite? Yes, I am. But guess what? That one bite was the best bite ever. It was literally, it was just like somebody had gave me $1 million, and out of the $1 million, the only thing I wanted was a bite of that burger. It's like, so I just say, don't force your body to eat more than what it's telling you you can eat. If you want to go and you want to order food or eat food, don't let anyone make you feel uncomfortable because you can only eat a certain amount of food. It doesn't matter what they say, what they think, how they feel, how uncomfortable they may feel, because it does tend to make you feel uncomfortable. But I had to tell myself, I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you have to say. I'm going to eat how much I can eat, and that's just that. So just listen to yourself. Follow what you know you can do and manage to do. And if you're around anyone who makes you feel uncomfortable, who doesn't support you, the best thing I can say is remove that energy out of your space, because at this time, it's about you. Care about you, love you, and no one else matters. And, you know, it sucks probably to say that, but I'm just being honest. I had to go through that, and I lost a lot of people, but I gained a lot of people. And the one thing I did gain was more respect and love for myself. So yeah, I really hope this video helped you guys. And I can't wait to have another one so that we can talk more about what I'm doing these days when it comes to what I eat in a day, how I'm exercising, and I can't wait to make another video for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, comment down below, and like this video.